Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the next 4 issues, the final 4 issues of the Warhammer 40,000 Imperium subscription service from hatchett partworks. If you've followed all of these videos from the very first one, you'll know that each issue is £8.99 and includes a model or half of a model, sometimes paint, sometimes scenery, maybe even brushes, and they come out every month if you're subscribed. You get all 4 and they're right here. It's the last 4. He said that way back in issue sort of 77, 8, 9 and 80, but hatchett decided to continue that subscription service. They didn't give you any option to kind of cancel it before it ended though. I'll tell you that right now. They bundled in the first 2, I think issue 81 and 82, along with I think 79 and 80, and said, oh look, you know, here are some issues. If you don't want them, you're still gonna have to pay for them. And yeah, it's a bit strange way of doing things. I have to admit, but you know, here we are with the last 4 issues, I think, up to 90. Would have preferred it up to 100. You know, nice round number. Not quite sure why they don't do it up to 100. So yeah, it says here, dear subscriber, thank you for your subscription to Warhammer 40,000 Imperium. We hope you've enjoyed it. As you may be aware, collection is now coming to an end. I'd like to thank you for your continued support. So it's just like a little letter just to thank you, but also in the same amount of words really, they advertise Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer. I'm not a big fan of that. I think there's too many armies going on. They've taken the same kind of ingredients to this subscription and applied it to Age of Sigmar. Although you're going to save a lot by getting Stormbringer, there's no doubt about that. It's not my cup of tea. And I would always prefer like 2 big armies over the 80 issues, because then you've got 2 big armies at the end of it, rather than, you know, a couple of units from one army. It's not as much to build a full army, maybe not even a combat patrol, I don't think. But anyway, that being said, would have been nice to get like an index or some kind of special hardback book, or I don't know, some kind of nice new miniature that you'd only get if you've completed the 80 or 90 issues. But no, you don't. You just get a piece of paper with a thank you. And it would have been awesome if they bundled in something you know, exclusive. For spending, you know, £810, let's not beat around the bush, plus all the extras and things like the ring binders and all those things, you're probably looking at 850 maybe. You know, spending almost £1,000, which you could have bought a nice Titan for, or a couple of Thunderhawks. Yeah, but that's just my opinion of how they could improve it in future. I don't know whether they'll take any of that on board, but you have issue 87, '88, '89, and the final one, issue 90. So they're the last 4 issues of Warhammer Imperium. I hope that the next set will be Horus Heresy, the next subscription, even if it's only like 30 issues or 40 issues. And like a Deimos Pattern Rhinos over 3 issues, so you're getting it for like, and a Deimos Pattern Rhino, you're getting it over 2 issues, so it's like, you know, £18 instead of the 30 something pounds or so. Still pretty good, you know, and there's definitely a lot of units and miniatures that they can do. My gut feeling is after 10th is finished, they're probably going to announce a new 40k subscription that has some of the 10th edition minis. Maybe not this year, but if it's not at the end of this year, definitely be next year. That's my gut feeling. But I prefer a Horus Heresy theme subscription if they're thinking about doing one, because there's obviously a lot of lore, a lot of content. I know they couldn't include a plastic Primarch, not really anyway. Not for Horus Heresy anyway. But yeah, this is issue 87, and it includes part 2 of the Redemptor Dreadnought. They've split this over the 3 parts. I'm looking forward to the kind of shooty new Redemptor Dreadnought. But if you wanted to know how much a Redemptor Dreadnought costs singularly, it will now cost you £45. So you're paying £27 for a £45 miniature. I mean, even with a discount of say £9 off of the 45, that's 34. So you're still saving about £7, even if you were to get it from a third-party seller. So it's still cheapest way of picking up one of these, other than the easy to build kit, which I don't think is available anymore. Anyway, let's have a look at this issue, issue 87. You've got some literature about the Sabbath worlds, about Colonel Commissar Gaunt, the Blood Pact, Chaos Command, Fulminators, so the Sons of Ultima founding, Howling Griffins, Tyranids Devour, a little bit of a focus on some of the units, the Ascension, so a nice little story for Chaos Space Marines. I think it's Khorne as well in particular, so World Eaters. How to build the Redemptor Dreadnought, so they've got a couple of options and sub-assemblies. I think it's great that you can kind of open the front armour around the sarcophagus. Different weapon options here, so they've built it here with the Macroplasma Incinerator or the heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon. I'd look into the rules, the 10th edition rules, before building this. They're only out next month, I think, for free. So that might affect, you know, what loadout you go for if this is your only Redemptor Dreadnought, along with the one in the 10th edition set. You've got Defending Glyantha, a campaign mission platform Abel Garn, and then a look at the next 2 issues. Issue 88 will have part 3 of the Redemptor Dreadnought, so that will have the base and the final pieces. And then 89 has Inquisitor Draxus. It's a shame because I already have Inquisitor Draxus, so I'll probably bundle that in a giveaway at some point. Anyway, this is the Redemptor Dreadnought sprue, part 2. So you have about the shoulder armour there, you've got the power plant, you've got 2 parts of the hips. It's a bit of a project, don't get me wrong. Like, I know £45 is a lot of money for a Dreadnought, but you know, this is, I think, at least 3 sprues. It's going to take you a fair amount of time to put it together. These are bigger than the Leviathan Dreadnoughts. I don't know whether it's as much of a project as a Leviathan because of the arms. I think the arms are a bit more complicated on the Leviathan, but it certainly is up there with it. I'd have to look at a number of pieces and compare them. But you've got one of the feet there. I think you got the other foot in a previous issue. So yeah, that's just the, you know, second sprue. And that's issue 87. What do you guys think? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.